Hi everyone! Welcome to another pick a card video on my YouTube channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new, I do videos on here with oracle cards, and I also work in astrology because I'm a certified angel card reader and a professional astrologer, and I have a fairy themed business. So if you love fairies, all the better. And in this video, we will be doing an energy forecast for the next 2 weeks ahead. So I did the pick a card video for the first 2 weeks of September, which you should see on my channel before this one. If you haven't had a chance to listen to that, go back and watch that one. Do some reflection on what pile you picked and what the first 2 weeks of September were like for you. But we are doing a pick a card now, and of course these pick a cards are also timeless, so if you catch this at an entirely different time other than the moon cycle that I'm recording them in, that message is still valid for you. I always put timeless in the subject line, or the title of the video, because it's always timeless. I myself was rewatching a Facebook Live that I did a year ago and was gleaning insights from that. So energy has no time and space, so we are just vibrationally always matching to what's in alignment or what we most need to hear, so don't fret if you're catching this at an alternate time and you're like, I don't know if this applies. It applies. If you're finding it, it's finding you. You guys have something to share together. So I'm recording this for you on Friday, September 18th, 2020. And we had a beautiful new moon in Virgo just a day or two ago this week. So the moon is now in Libra, my natal moon sign. I'm actually a Virgo with a moon in Libra. So the energy right now is actually part of what's in my natal chart. But anyway, we are still kind of going to be integrating this new moon in Virgo energy for the next 2 weeks until we get to the first week of October, when we hit a full moon in Aries, because by then we'll be in Libra season. And this particular new moon in Virgo has been a really positive, powerful one because it's trining over to Saturn and Pluto at the end of Capricorn. So this energy, in some ways it might feel a little boring because it's a lot of earth energy. We might be craving some kind of sparks and some excitement, but this energy is really, really sweet and harmonious for planning and productivity. So I was actually planning blog posts. I'm an avid blogger, so make sure that you're subscribed to my email newsletters so you get updates on my blog posts. My blog posts are also featured in different places. I'm now on Sage app, and but the best way is absolutely to subscribe to my email newsletter, because I always will share the latest blog posts there, and those run every 2 weeks about those email newsletters, so you get all the updates. But I just was planning out a whole bunch of blog posts, literally going into even December, which is big for me because usually I don't plan that much ahead. My kettle is going off. I usually don't plan quite that much ahead, but yeah, I was just feeling it, and it was feeling really good to look at blog posts for the rest of September into October, and some in November, and even some in December. So please make sure you're following me for my latest blog updates, because I am an avid writer. I put so much love and spiritual teachings into those blog posts as well. So it's actually a really, really great way to learn about topics like crystals, the archangels, chakras, and especially astrology, because I'm always, even if the blog post is not specifically astrology, I'm always working some astro in there. And some posts are more astrology heavy, others are more archangel heavy. It depends, but I've got a nice variety. They're always really fun, and I love doing it. I love sharing that, so I would really love more people to be seeing it and sharing it with others. So as you read them and you enjoy them, please share them in your social communities, like share them on Insta, share them on Facebook, share them in Facebook groups. It means so much to me, and that's a free way that you can support my spiritual business. So good stuff. So yes, we're integrating this new moon in Virgo, which is harmonizing very nicely with these major planets, Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn all at the end of Capricorn, especially though Saturn and Pluto, because Jupiter did retrograde. It's gone direct since. It went direct earlier this month, but it's still going to be taking some time to get, you know, towards the end of Capricorn. So that one is not as strong of a trine as the Saturn and Pluto ones are, but hey, we'll take it, you know. So it's a lot of energy about looking at your future, planning ahead, productivity, and really trying to be strategic, trying to be structured, trying to be organized, because we are at the end of Virgo season. So this is about getting organized, cleaning-ish up, you know. The energy is also really ripe for just like going through. I myself have been taking sections in my room and just going through it, getting rid of stuff. It's really, really good for that. So there's a lot of cleaning up energy right now. There's a lot of planning energy. When we shift into Libra season and we have Mabon in the Wheel of the Year, which will be actually on Tuesday, the 22nd, and I've got a blog post. It's actually already up, but I'm going to be advertising that in my email newsletter soon. Magic Your Mabon and Archangel and Astro Prescription. I go over in detail the chart for Mabon, some astrological things to take note of, and then key archangels to work with for this Mabon, which I follow the holidays, the pagan holidays, and the Wheel of the Year tradition, and Mabon is the autumnal equinox. It's initiated with Libra season, so I go over a lot of that in that blog post, so look out for that. I also want to do a quick shout out. The gem show is coming up at the end of September here, real quick now. We're looking at like 12 days out from me recording this. So if you're interested in me doing personalized gem show shopping for you, I am offering that, but I'm requesting that the orders get in by September 25th. So you got to email me ASAP if you're interested in this and get your money situated. If you want me to personally shop for you, I use my intuition, all my knowledge, my years and years of knowledge about crystals to shop for you. I have a form you fill out where you can go over your different needs. People that have done this with me in the past years have absolutely loved it. It's a great way also if you're not as familiar with crystals, or even if you're just like don't even know when the next gem show is by you, or even if it's just like you don't want to go to a gem show, well, I'm going, so I can shop for you. It's a great offering that I have. It only happens once a year too, so if you want to do it, you gotta get in. And if you're interested in that, you can email me, julieannfaye@gmail.com. You still have some time. I've been advertising this a bunch on my Insta, my Facebook. It's going to be in my email newsletter. So if you are hearing this for the first time and you're like, yes, please email me and we can get you set up. And I do ask that people factor into their budget the fact that you're going to have to spend some for shipping, because I will be packaging and shipping the items to you. And I do also charge a personal shopper fee, a small fee, but it helps to cover all of the time and energy that goes into going there, using my time, my talent, the cost of getting in all of these different things. So hit me up if you're interested in that. So I think that's everything. Without further ado, I have a whole bunch of different decks here. I actually have to organize the decks into different piles. I'm going to do that off camera, but I just wanted to share which decks I'm working with. So this is my, I almost wanted to say my Letterman deck. I'm not using the Letterman deck. I wasn't planning on it, but we'll see, I could be wrong. This is my Line Strider Tarot deck, which came in a really big box, and I just like didn't want the box anymore. And I forget who that's actually by. If you're interested in that deck, feel free to leave a comment, and you know, I can always comment with the author's name. I try to always be diligent about making sure I credit who prepared the deck, but with that one I don't have the box, so I have to check the book. Cheryl Richardson, Self-Care Cards, Healing with the Angels by DB. You know who she is, I don't have to say her name. Fairy Tarot Cards by DV and Radley Valentine, now just Radley Valentine. And the Magdalene Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. Was very drawn to work with this deck and the Line Strider Tarot in particular. I do also have my Astro Days with me, and I also have my Bits and Bobs jar. So if you're interested in, well, not if you're interested, because I'm going to be doing it, so you can get it whether you like it or not. But I may, depending upon what my intuition calls me to, I may do Astro Days and that, or just one or the other. We'll see. Oh, And I also mentioned fairy tarot cards. So let me go and just intuitively get those cards out of the boxes and intuitively put together the 3 piles. I never look at them beforehand, so it's always exciting for me to also interact with this, and I myself rewatch my own pick a card videos. I strongly recommend you do rewatch this as well, because this energy, this message is medicine, so the more that you can expose yourself to the medicine, the better. So I'm gonna intuitively pick our 3 piles and I will BRB. Okay, so now we're going to pick our pile that we would like read for us. Heads up, the piles are all going to look the same from the outside, but each one is going to have a different energetic frequency and vibration, so you want to tune into that. So use your intuition. If you need to pause the video and center yourself, take a couple deep breaths. And allow yourself to be guided towards which pile is most beneficial for you. So this is pile number 1. This is pile number 2. You can kind of see a sneak peek here, so don't look at that. This is pile number 3. All right, so you can always go back and recheck into which pile you need. Also, I will post timestamps in the description of this video, so sometimes when I'm doing pick cards, I even just eyeball it. Which one am I drawn to, even in just the text? That's another good way to do it. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's look at the messages for my pile 1 peeps. These are your cards, so let's see what we got. You have a couple of reversals here of things that are not always meant to be read in reverse, but I'm getting, sometimes I get guidance that it's okay to, read things in reverse, even if that deck traditionally wouldn't do it. All right, so right away we have from the Mary, I want to say the name right, the Magdalene Oracle. We have the real you, right? But she's reversed, okay? So right away this is telling me that, and we do have the High Priestess here, so right away I see that you are doing a lot of reflecting about your personal self-identity and who you are. You're kind of like, what am I here for? What is my, it could be as bold as like, what is my purpose? Or it could be like a step below that, like, okay, how do I manifest these desires and my life purpose with a career? Or what type of life do I want to live? Do I want to have children? Do I want to have 4 children? Do I want to do this? Do I want to have that? I do think that there's a lot of questioning going on with people that pick this pile about really like your self-identity. You're questioning a lot about yourself and what you're meant to be doing, who you are, And with this card being very red, it could be that this is making you feel kind of shook up. This could be a lot of anxiety vibes, people that pick this pile, because red is root chakra. So with it in reverse, it's like a little bit of an unstable root chakra, feeling ungrounded or imbalanced because you're kind of out of sorts with like a little bit of your purpose and your identity. We do also have the peace card here, but if you can see on this card, she doesn't look very peaceful. She's kind of like very pensive and thinking and in her head a lot. And this card says, embrace your confusion. Let there be peace in not knowing all the answers. So I feel like you guys are stressing and worrying a lot. This could be like strong anxiety vibes about, you might even have really strong Virgo energy. I'm raising my hand because I totally was vibed on this pile. You might have really strong Virgo energy, so it's like we're at the end of Virgo season, so like the criticism-o-meter is on high alert. It's like you're really, really in your head, you're really overanalyzing things, you're thinking about things like crazy, and this could be actually affecting your sense of personal peace. We do have, though, clear the clutter. When in doubt, throw it out. And this card is clearing here. You know, they show up pretty well on this side. I don't know why they don't like that side, but we have clearing here, and then actually, literally that card wants to be clearing because it fell down. We have clearing, and when in doubt, throw it out on the reverse side of that. So I think that doing an energetic clearing could bring you some peace of mind. So that could be salt scrubbing, using a pendulum to clear yourself, getting it out into nature can also be very clearing. But I think also just looking at your space, taking that Virgoan energy that's like, I want to break things down and I want to build them better. I want to organize. I want to manifest things into form. We can do that in our physical space. And also, I literally was doing some cleaning before I did this video, and it definitely helped this anxious energy I had. When we clean things, we actually shift the energy. So it invites in a sense of change. It teaches us like, okay, I can go into this, I can make it better, I can rearrange it, I can discover new things about it because I kind of attacked it energetically, right? So cleaning can actually be very therapeutic, and you know, a lot of people feel that way. I love, love, love the really, really famous Instagrammer, Mrs. Hinge Home. She actually has a book coming out. I just adore her so much. And she's all about, you know, cleaning to kind of help with like that anxious feels. And her home is so beautiful. It's like so goals, but I just absolutely adore her. And I'm missing her Insta stories because I've been taking a little break from Insta, but I got to get back into watching her Insta stories because they make me feel so good. They make me feel so inspired watching her clean. So cleaning and is a form of clearing, right? So whatever is resonating for you, but there's a need here to kind of like create a shift and a change in your space to kind of use that like unsettled energy you have. Because I think that when you're not using the unsettled energy for something for good, like let's say energetic clearing or clearing, it's like you're actually just like so in your head, and it's really, really affecting your sense of personal peace. Other things that could be really helpful for people that pick this pile, because we do have the High Priestess, this could be about taking time to meditate, taking time to really write, doing guided writing, journaling, really working different spiritual routines, you know. I wasn't expecting to say this, but somebody, maybe this resonates. If some of you have been seeing the tarot card, the Hierophant, a lot lately, and you pick this pile, that's definitely a message for you to work with like a spiritual mentor or join more of a spiritual community, because there's a need for kind of like combining the spiritual and the intuition with groups and communities. I do have a membership group that I offer. My Fearlessly Fairy group is for cards, and my Astro Fairy group is for astrology. So shout out to those, highly recommend those. They're really affordable, and you can get into both at a discount when combined. So there's definitely a need here for some more meditation, definitely advice here about clearing energy, and also doing just cleaning and clearing, you know, letting go of things that feel stuck or old, and really allowing yourself to see like, look, I can create change in my physical reality. You know, I am capable of this. I can see, you know, what am I trying to say? Angels help me channel this. I can see like the fruits of my labors, right? Because I do get the sense too that you guys you're really wanting to manifest some bigger things, but I think that they're taking longer. So it's like you do still have this like unsettled work energy though, because you're trying to apply it into things that aren't here yet. So if you can do that in smaller ways, I think that would be really helpful for you right now to see progress. So clearing and cleaning is important here. We do also have dance in reverse. So there might be a need here to bring in more of the fire element, right? To get creative. So literally putting on music and dancing to help you shake out that anxious energy, because having this in reverse, it's like we need to bring more of this sense of play and dance, this Leo energy. We need to bring that into our life. You also can work with the fire element. So bring in tea lights, bring in candles, bring in incense into your space to really just bring in that more sensual experience to like excite things a bit for you again. And we have Two of Autumn, bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, and exceptional talent for multitasking. So you guys are wanting to, I'm getting the sense that you do want to bring in more than one manifestation. So I think that you're actually doing work on like more than one manifestation right now. People that pick this pile, you might be manifesting in your finances, you might be manifesting in career, or maybe it's housing, or maybe it's love. It's more than one thing for you guys. So I think that as you're manifesting that, it's like you are doing work in that thing to get towards that goal. But because it's more than one life area, it's like you're juggling a little bit of this and a little bit of that, because you know if you do some of this, it's going to help you get closer to that, and then some of this will help you get closer to that. So you guys you're moving towards these bigger manifestations, but it's still a bit of like bits and bobs energy, you know. So this card is saying to really just allow yourself to embrace the chaos. You know, this card was kind of about embrace the confusion, right? So embrace the confusion, that don't let it affect your mental health and your sense of personal peace. If you don't have every answer right now, the answers will come, you know. And as a Virgo, I know how hard that is to hear, because all us Virgos are just like really strong Virgos, you know. We want answers and like we want them now. But it's okay to be in a little bit of like, I don't fully understand, because maybe Spirit's working on your behalf. Maybe your guides are trying to coordinate things behind the scenes that you can't see. There could be some things hidden to you. So you need to kind of just like do what you can in the here and the now. I do get the sense that you guys do have some stuff going on that you could juggle and that you could sort out and kind of mix and mingle with. So I don't see you guys being completely devoid of like things to do. There's things you could do. And if you're not sure what to do, dance. Energetically clean, you know, just do things to help you feel like you're moving energy, that you're making forward progress. We do have Ace of Wands here and Two of Swords in reverse. So these cards do not show up very good on camera, sadly. Oh, we had it for a second. So yeah, they're these really beautiful watercolor cards. They're not coming through too good, sadly. But with these two cards in particular together, the Ace of Wands, which is about potency and like a sudden like inspiration, a spark. This can also be Kundalini energy, but this is like passion, vitality, a zest for life, but it's the initiating spark. Because you have this with Two of Swords and this is in reverse, this is like, you don't actually know. You know, this is like indecision times two, but I'm getting a sense for this pile, it's not about indecision, it's just about like not having the answers to make a clear forward progression. So I think that you guys, like, you are very passionate people that pick this pile. You do have the ability to like go for things and attack them with like fresh energy, but it's like you're just not really sure what it is you're supposed to be attacking right now. It's like you don't have that fresh new thing yet. So there's still a little bit of stuck energy here in terms of like, okay, I don't know exactly what I'm going forward with. And I think part of that is because you guys are juggling different things that are going to get you towards those things that are full-blown manifestations, but we're not quite there yet. Let's pull a clarification card from Healing with the Angels, and then we'll do a little bit of astro here as well. Clarification for pile one, please. All right, we've got friendship. Let's pull one more. Clarification for pile one, please. All right, that's too many. And four fall out. Too many, not doing that. Pile one, clarification for pile one. Okay, we've got friendship and harmony. So I think that you guys may also, that pick this pile, be feeling like you have to do everything all on your own. And these two messages together, we'll see what comes up in the Astro Dice. But these two messages together could be that you're feeling like you have to do things all on your own. I am really drawn on this card to the little angel here who's kind of, it looks like she's talking on a phone. She's not, but she's got her hand up to her ear. You know, here she has their hand up to their ear. So this could be like a phone a friend card. You know, maybe there's like a friend you need to talk to, a friend you need to message with that you haven't talked to in a long time. Call them up, you know, have some laughs, laugh about things that's going on in your life. Like just talk to them and feel like more in that playful energy again, I think that that's going to make you feel more peaceful and at play. You know, it's almost going to be like music to your ears here with this card. It's going to feel good to invite in laughter with friends again, you know, and with us moving into Libra season, we're definitely going to be moving into that space of now bringing in relationships and other people. Virgo is very independent. Virgo is like, I got this on my own. I don't need you. I can do this on my own, you know. It's then when we shift into Libra season, then we start to look at like, not so much friend groups because that's more Aquarius, but we start to look at those like one-on-one interactions, you know, and how could they provide harmony and beauty in our lives. So I think you guys are lacking in a little bit of just like some laughs and some playfulness, and reach out to a friend, you know, when in doubt, find memes or gifs, GIFs, not gifts, to express, you know, what your current situation is. It never fails to make me laugh. So, you know, there's a way for you guys to have some stress relief here. And I do think that talking to a friend would help you out and just kind of diffuse some of that like really frustrating energy, you know. Just cut the deck and randomly open. We've got new beginnings. So you guys are good. You know, you're worrying, you're stressing that things are not going to be there. Again, cut the deck. We've got Archangel Michael. So you guys are being protected. You can call on Archangel Michael for protections. Extra protection right now if you are having anxiety. Maybe you're also picking up on other people's anxiety about your situation. You know, surrender and release. So like there's just a need here to do some cleaning and clearing. And actually when we do cleaning, we are doing energy clearing because we're rearranging the energy of the space we're in, you know. Also with this friendship and harmony card, this can also be a nudge too about talking to your angels who are, you know, they want to be our friends. We have to, though, invoke their help. We have to ask for their help. And this could also be furry friends too, like pets. And, you know, pets are sort of like children and friends simultaneously. So this could also be about, you know, just more play, inviting in more people that make us feel like play, you know. But ultimately, I think you guys are okay with these manifestations you're desiring. It's just you're feeling very anxious because you want these things to be here now, and you're all up in your head thinking about it, and it's a lot of different pieces going on. But I do see you guys getting towards figuring it out. And with the Two of Bottom here, it's like right now your job is a little bit immutable energy. It is about juggling different needs and different things, but use the medicine of this pile, rewatch the energy of this pile as you need. Come back and like re-listen to this medicine. Let's get some Astro Dice here for pile 1, please. Okay, that's interesting. One die completely rolled away. So we've got Neptune and Sag. Neptune and Sag in the 8th. So yeah, Neptune and Sag in particular could be like delusional beliefs in some ways. Or I feel like because this pile had a lot of Virgoan energy, Virgos are usually not very delusional. In fact, they're the opposite. They're like extremely practical and like right on with reality, right? Unless you have strong Pisces energy in your chart, or a strong 12th house energy. So I think that actually for this, I'm seeing this as like faith and hope, you know, these like more Sagittarian values, they feel very elusive right now. It's hard for you to hope. It really is. And Virgo and Sag do square each other. You know, so Virgo kind of looks at Sag and is like, you're not very practical. Like, you're not realistic. Like, how is that ever going to work? And Sag looks at Virgo and is like, just believe, you know? And the truth is that each of them have their merits. If it was only a Sagittarian world, and if it was only a Virgoan world, you know, so each of them has their merits. You guys are struggling to access those feelings of like faith and hope and belief right now. But with this 8th house here, it's like, just keep clearing, just keep diving deep, clearing. Energy that makes you feel stuck, thought patterns that make you not feel good, things in your immediate environment, like attachments you have to things, you know, because that's on the axis of attachment, the 2nd and the 8th house, which is Taurus, Scorpio. So clear out those people that don't make you feel good, you know, if you can, clear out the things that don't make you feel good. This is like a big cleanup time for you guys. All right, so pile 1 peeps, I hope that you enjoyed that message. If you did, please give me a like on this video, comment, let me know how it was for you, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can hit that notification bell so that you get alerted when I post a new video, and feel free to also share this video with your friends. Much love. Okay, pile 2 peeps. Let's see what messages we have for you. These were your cards. I'm excited to look and see what you guys got. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so pile 2 peeps. We got some strong love vibes here, okay? You literally have the card love. And you also have the 2 of Cups here, which is about the potential for a relationship, or just rebalancing a relationship, or some other person coming into your life that offers this sense of emotional fulfillment, harmony, and feeling good. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but with the love card here and the 2 of Cups, which is a really strong relationship and love card, it could very well be love. This card too has a backside, choose love, which I think relates to this other card. I'm going to get to that in a second. We have the Messenger. Okay, and then we have take a risk. You have the power within you to move mountains. Take a risk. So I'm getting the sense that you guys, well, let's continue before I go into that, because there's something there that wants to be expressed, but let's continue to look at these cards. So we also have 2 of Winter. Indecision is holding you back. Make the choice that's best for you rather than trying to please others. Feeling trapped between the intellectual and the emotional. And this card, you know, the way that they describe it too is that, like, he's got 2 different instruments here. This one is a really clear instrument. This one doesn't show up quite as well, but that's like the whole instrument there. And he's trying to decide which one to play, but he's like stuck and he's actually playing neither of them, you know. And then we have choose love. Let your love become a powerful force for change. So I think that you guys are struggling with some kind of indecision. This could actually be about a specific person, a romantic interest, or just a relationship in general. But with the 8 of Cups here, this is like the walking away from card. So this could actually even be like an ex or a past life relationship, or just a relationship you've had in your past. And maybe you think about this relationship a lot, you know? It's like you think about this relationship a lot and you hold it. I'm almost getting the sense with this 2 of Winter card, it's like you hold it in your consciousness, even though it's not, the instrument is not being played anymore. It's like that instrument's left the symphony, it's not in the chorus anymore, it's not being played, but you do think about it, even though you've already walked away from it, you've already left it behind, but it's still somewhere there in your thoughts and your consciousness. And I think something is coming in here to shake that up a bit, because you've got the Messenger here and you've got take a risk. So it's possible that your angels are saying now's the time for you to start opening your heart back up to love, with this choose love card as well. It's like now's the time for you to actually start thinking about, maybe I could entertain the idea of being in a more harmonious, blissful relationship with someone else, you know. I also get the sense that you guys are just having some type of information come in, whether this is like a specific message from your guides or someone that you meet that says something that just makes you, it clicks in your head, or perhaps it's even like to invest in something like some type of healing or something like that, that actually provides you this like forward momentum for you to choose love, you know. Like I said, it could come in so many different forms, but it's something that just kind of comes in and you're like, yes, that is the missing piece for me to kind of collect myself and move forward from that old relationship, so I can be fully ready and open to this new relationship. Because with the Prince of Autumn here, this is like, you know, this is kind of like, I think, Page of Pentacles in this deck. I'm also getting the sense a little bit King of Pentacles, but it says cautious but wise action, meticulous attention to detail, kindness to others, dependable, protective, chivalrous, and humorous. So this person that's coming in for you, okay, I feel like this is the energy of the person coming in. They are so much more grounded than the person you were with before. Whether that's a reinvented version of the person you were with or a totally new person, I do feel like it's for most of you, not all of you, but for most of you, it's a new person because you do have this card, which was like walking away, but you could walk away from a version of someone and come back to a new version of someone. But this person that's coming in, they're strong, they're secure, they're stable. Of course, nobody's perfect, but this person has a really different energy frequency than what you've kind of played with before. They also, though, are very slow moving and they take their time. They can be very career or work or very service oriented. This is like earth energy here. So it's possible you might meet them through something like career, work, servicey, you know, or even something that's helping train you for more work or something there. But yeah, I think that this person that's coming through is going to be more grounded, more stable, more committed to you than what you've experienced in the past. And I don't think that you've yet fully understood or experienced what that could feel like. So that's why you're in this little bit of limbo and this suspension mode of like, I don't know, because like I know what I've experienced before and how loving that felt, but it also was very flawed and it had its problems. And I know I want to experience different things. So this is like the indecision card here. But I think that you've got something coming through, a message, somebody says something that just like makes you click. It could also be like an investment in something like, let's say you invest in healing or, you know, a spiritual course or something like that. And that's like the missing piece that's like, okay, that's actually what I kind of need. That was the message I needed, was to do this, to take part in this, whether it be a healing course or that healing session. Of course, I do, you know, soul coaching, which is when I combine cards and astro, and I can help people move through blocks that way. But yeah, I think that whatever it is, this actually opens you up to, you know, even though this card is risk, I'm getting this to be just like heart opening. It's like that message that comes through from your angels of like, yes, do this session, take that course, listen to this thing, open that email, do that thing, like whatever that message is that comes through. I think that, and maybe it's a little bit of work for you to do, because, you know, you could also have to be embodying some of that pentacle energy here. In order to, and actually as I put the card in, it moved over to the 8 of Cups. So it's like you could be the one that's also having to apply grounded and stable energy to fully release and let go of that thing from the past. But I think as you do this with this message that's come through, it's like, okay, now once you guys integrate that message or that course or that session or that, you know, whatever it might be, I think that that's where you guys are like, yeah, I'm more open to the risk of opening myself up to love again. And I think that you guys actually manifest quite a loving partner from this experience. Let's get a couple extra messages for you guys here. So from Healing with the Angels, does pile number 2 need to know about, for further clarity for this reading? All right, this one wants to come out. It's a little sticky. So what is this one? Okay, so we've got divine guidance, super similar to this card here about the messenger. Some type of like, yeah, aha moment. I need to invest in that. I need to do that. And I think that whatever it is that you do, that divine guidance that comes through, like take part in this, invest in this, do that, that really helps you to move forward in spiritual growth from that situation. It's almost like I see you guys actually getting the access to the missing pieces. I think you guys have done a lot of work in letting go of this relationship and healing from what that was, but it's like there's a couple missing pieces, a couple loose ends for you to tie up. And I think that that experience, that message that comes through, that person that helps you out or that course or whatever it is, that is like the missing piece that you can click in to get the understanding of like, oh, okay, that's the spiritual lesson from that. Oh, okay, like I understand now, I get it. Yes, I learned that from that scenario and maybe they learned that, but either way, I know I take this from it and moving forward, that's the piece I take. And I think that that's the missing piece that gives you that courage to be like, I'm actually kind of free of keeping this in my thoughts so much, and helps you manifest that new person. So let's get Astrodis here. We've got Pisces in the 4th house, and North Node. I can't make this stuff up. So Pisces and North Node, Pisces, 4th house. This is about healing, spiritual healing, forgiveness, compassion. With the 4th house, that's a house of Cancer, so that's emotional attachments. So yeah, you guys, as a result of you paying attention to this message that comes through that says, pick me, do this, do that, right? Seek this healing in this way. I am getting the sense it might not even just be one message. It's like you guys get the impulse to, let's say you get an impulse to do a session with me, or like you get an impulse to read a particular blog article or invest in a course. I'm getting the sense it's like a longer form than just like a spoken word. I think it's like a little bit more substantial than that, but you guys get that urge of like, yes, do this, talk to this person, invest in that. As you follow through with that and complete that, that's actually what helps you to access levels of forgiveness, healing, and compassion. And it's through that level of forgiveness, healing, and compassion that you can then release your emotional attachments, because the 4th house is emotional attachments. You can release those stuck emotional attachments you have to that person, which then frees you up to be more receptive, to have a heart that's more open to, you know, align with the right person, because love is risky, right? It's like, it's scary to open your heart back up. So but you guys you're doing some extra healing work right now with this message that comes through of like, yes, I should do that. I should invest in that. And it's like that work gives you that extra spiritual growth boost to like fully propel you into the new, which is cool. So good. All right, well, I am sending you guys so much love, pile 2 peeps. I would love it if you can give this video a like. Feel free to comment below. Let me know how this reading was for you. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and hit that notification bell so you get updated when I post new videos. And feel free to also share this video with friends if you'd like. Much love. All right, pile 3 peeps. Let's see what you got. I'm excited to look at these cards. I'm always looking at them at the same time you guys are, so super excited. Let's see what we got. So we have Judgment upright, the Magician upright, 3 of Winter here, Prince of Summer, Support, Dreams, and Gaia. And then I will pull some additional clarification cards as needed as we get into this. So first of all, I want to say, and these cards don't really have a backside, so I did get a little sneak peek as I was putting them together, but I want to say, first of all, you guys are supported in manifesting your dreams, because you've got support here and you've got dreams. So there's part of you that's like worried, you know, thinking or feeling. Again, this energy message is predominantly for this new moon, the end of this Virgo season, and the new moon in Virgo window, which will be under the next 2 weeks. So there has been messages, especially pile 1, if you're also drawn to pile 1. There's been a lot of messages here about just like worrying or like not understanding how it's going to all work out, or like how you're going to get to where you want to get to. You need to hear right now that you're supported in the manifestation of your dreams. You know, it says, think big. There are unseen forces ready to support your dreams. And I feel like strongly this is like people on the other side, guides, messengers being like, we got you. And you have offer your support to someone experience the joy of serving others. This can be about giving and receiving, you know, which is a great way to also get in that energy of abundance, is doing exchanges and helping people out and things like that. But I think that overall, you know, as you have support to give to people, also the universe wants to support you. So there's people that do want to support you, and I think you're aligning with them. But I'm also getting the sense this is people on the other side, your spirit guides, potentially crossed over loved ones, as well as your angels, your guardian angels, your guides. They're helping you out. You know, you just can't see it all the time. And I think that you guys are kind of despondent and worried because you do have 3 of Winter here, which is the card, you know, this is like 3 of Swords. So this is a card about grief and sadness and heartbreak, you know. So I think that you guys, you are feeling, you're hurting, you know. It says you will grow stronger from this situation, sadness that will heal with time, reach out to others for comfort and love. So certainly getting support from a healer. You know, I do sessions, I do soul coaching, which is when I combine cards with astro. But yeah, getting support from someone that maybe you could talk to, even a therapist, could help you out right now, because I think that you are processing a lot about what you're going through. But I do also feel like this card is just confirming how you do feel, but how you're also protected. It's like both are going on, you know. And we've got Judgment here and the Magician. So, you know, you guys are strong manifestors. You're really wanting, it's almost like you're so good at manifesting that you're so frustrated that you don't have these manifestations yet, because it's like, I've manifested things way faster before, you know. But with the Judgment card here, it's like you have to just give yourself that, and it may be that in talking to someone this awareness comes through, but it could also just be like an epiphany that comes to you when you least expect it, like when you're in nature, because you have Gaia here. So this could be about just like clearing your energy, getting into nature. But I think it's like when you're kind of like not obsessing or worrying about it, that's when the downloads, I'm feeling this is a strong downloads card for you guys. The downloads come through when it's like you're trusting that you're supported by your guides. You're trusting that like your angels have your back. You could also just be in this space where you're like witnessing the beauty of nature or just witnessing playful things. We have Prince of Summer here. So, you know, this card does have a romantic vibe to it, you know, so this could be like, if you're worrying and afraid about something over here, maybe shift your focus to something that brings in more play, that's more romantic, that's more exciting for you. I'm not getting really strong romance vibes for this pile. If you were feeling somewhat into pile 2, definitely go check that pile out, because that one's like heavy on romance. I think for you guys, this is just about like the romance of life, the beauty of life. You know, when we go in nature and we see things that make us smile or like fill our heart. I think that that's when you guys get more of those epiphanies and those downloads. It's also might be also when you get those visions about, because this is very much a card about awakening and like epiphanies. So you could also get visions about your manifestations when you're out in nature, or when you're, even when you're asleep, because I interpreted this initially to be just like your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, but this could very much be to when you're dreaming. Pay attention to when you wake up from dreams, because a lot of times our guides will give us a message right before we wake up. So I think that you guys are getting these like subtle visions and downloads about like what could be coming to you. But it's very awkward for you, because you like to be really, really involved with your manifestation. And I feel like some parts of this are kind of out of your control, is the vibe I'm getting. So it's making you feel hurt and sad, because you want to be like clued in to what's going on, you know, with these manifestations. But I think that some of it's actually happening behind the scenes. I think your guides, there could be other people involved that like you haven't met yet, or maybe they have stuff that they're finishing up, you know, and they have their own free will. So it's like, you know, they're not ready to align with you yet. There's some unfinished business here, and unfinished business is kind of the theme of all of these piles. So don't feel bad that you got like, you know, that energy going on, because a lot of, pretty much all the piles had some variation of that. Okay, so pile number 1, what does pile number 1 need to know for clarity? All right, self-acceptance. I'm chuckling because it's like just super Virgoan, and that's been a lot of what the energy of these different piles has been as well, is letting go of worry and stuff. So we've got, you guys, self-acceptance and answered prayer. So, and this answered prayer card, so let me just show you guys the way that these line up, the way that I've intuitively placed them. So the 3 of Winter card is with self-acceptance. So part of the sadness, the heartbreak, is because you're having trouble accepting, you're just having trouble loving yourself and accepting your current circumstances and accepting like who you are and where you're at. Part of this might be too that you think there's something wrong with you. You think that there's something wrong with you that you can't manifest, or that like you're flawed in your ability to manifest or co-create your life. And that is absolutely not true. It's just that sometimes things take longer than we would like. And I think that that's been a huge theme of 2020 as well, with all this Capricorn energy, has been like not getting what we want right away, right? But you got answered prayer here, and this is with Prince of Summer. So it could be that there's someone that comes in, like some type of, it could be romantic, some type of dating experience, or someone comes in that like actually somehow has a missing piece of information to the story that like awakens you and like helps you with this thing that you've been stuck on. But I'm also getting the sense that this could just be like the answered prayer. Something comes in, a sense of awakening about it. Something comes in that makes you feel so good of like, whoa, I feel kind of high on life because of this, you know? And in the meantime, though, you guys have to just really be practicing getting into nature, grounding yourself, believing that you're supported, practicing the self-acceptance. There's nothing wrong with you. You absolutely are manifesting things. There's just lots of moving pieces going on right now. What we got with Astrodice? We have Mars in the second in Scorpio. Yeah, so Mars in the second in Scorpio, so it's like, you know, Mars is exalted in Scorpio, and then in the second house, this is about money, attachments, desires, you know. Interesting that the die rolled over. There we go. So yeah, I think that you guys are, it's like, you know, this might even be an energy here of like pushing so hard with Mars and Scorpio in the second. It's like, you're like, I know I want this. I need this. This is right. And it's like, you know, and you're like super like holding on to it of like, I need to push, I need to do, I need to force this thing to come about. And I think that it's also one of those situations where it's like sometimes no matter how much you push or prod, there could be things that your guides know actually work out better for you, or like there's some missing piece that has to come into the story. Some type of person has to come in at the right time and give you that idea, and it's like you're lining up with that, which then can push you forward. So yeah, I think you guys are trying to like push and do this all on your own, but your guides are like, actually we're also working on this too, and we have some ideas about how good this could be for you. So if you can like lighten up a little bit on the controlling energy, will be good to help you out, you know. I want to roll Yesterday's again. So we've got Sun in Leo in the 10th. So this is about just like this is strong career vibes here, a creative career, you know, something that lights you up, that makes you feel so good with Leo energy here that's rolled by the sun, the inner child, sense of play. So whatever it is that you're trying to line up with, whether it be career or just a sense of like stability and responsibility, it's something that I think right now you might be being really serious in your approach to it, but I think that there's also a need here to just like take a playful approach to manifesting with career and like the new structure of your life, which is what I think your guides are trying to get you to do, you know. Let's do bits and bobs jars. We're at the end here, so why not? I'm going to do a little bit more for this pile. Right, that one's a definite. Had two that were kind of, but not. And I don't like kind of, but not. I like certain. Okay, so we've got Gemini, Uranus, and we've got yes. So what this is telling me is that you guys are looking for more excitement. You want more mental stimulation. You might even want more freedom and independence. You know, freedom and independence from the thoughts that you think. Maybe if the thoughts you're thinking are super downer and it's like holding you prisoner. But this could also be like, you know, Uranus and Gemini here, this is like super duper smart vibes as well. So you guys are like, your mental abilities are so sharp and so acute and so strong, but it's like you can almost use them for bad. Right? So this is about using them for good. But I think that this is also just like, yeah, you guys do have the ability to, do really like, to learn and study and do so many things, you know. So accepting that part of yourself, that you are smart and gifted in that way, that you could pick up different talents and apply yourself to many different things. I think that's also something you need to accept, is like, you're not your average person in that way. You're someone who's actually like very adaptable and can be flexible to like learn new things and do new things. And that's also part of your career story, or like just your life story in some type of way. So I think that's something that you guys are starting to like really understand and figure out, but you're getting there, because with the self-acceptance card, it's like you're getting there, and with the magician card, it's like you're getting there, and as you accept that part of yourself, you can then manifest with that part of yourself, you know. Good stuff. I'm gonna stop there for you guys. Pile number 3, and it's 1111. Oh my gosh, angel numbers, perfect, so perfect. So if you liked this, that is crazy synchronicity right there. I'm a little bit shook, not gonna lie. If you guys like this video, I would so very much love if you can give it a like. Please leave a comment leave a comment below. Let me know how this was for you, and feel free to subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you get I can't talk anymore. After an hour of doing a full-on pick card, I just can't talk anymore. Hit that notification bell so that you can get notified when I upload a brand new video. Share this video with your friends. Tell people about my spiritual business if you like this video. Make sure that you're subscribed to my email newsletter so you're getting the latest in my blog content, because I write a ton, and I'm also on Sage app and in all different places now. So, but people that are on my email newsletter list usually are getting early access depending upon the moon cycles and when things land. So yeah. All right, you all, I don't know. Like I said, I can't talk anymore. I'm gonna go now. Bye.